Kevin Fitzgerald here. Firebirds pregame is Jake Hernandez joining me here in the pregame show. First pitch coming up between these Firebirds and Red Sox. Just a couple minutes away. Game 2, Jake, this Eastern Division final. We'll talk about yesterday's game in a minute, but the main message that Kelly has kind of been instilling in you guys recently has been, let's shock the Cape. That's kind of been the message of this playoff run. Have you guys bought into that? You had that tough loss yesterday after the sweep of Harwich in the first round, but would you say you guys have bought into that message?
Yeah, we bought into it. The guys we've been told who've stayed here so far, like the warriors of the team. So we're buying that, and we're all believing it. So we just got to finish it off.
I heard Angelo Labrunas calling it the Alamo. There's nobody left, so it's just like the Alamo. You guys are kind of that same group that first got here the beginning quarter of the season. As a lot of the College World Series guys, they went back home with injuries and whatnot, down to about 19 players. So after that 10-3 loss yesterday against YD, how hungry are you guys really heading into this ballgame? That one big inning was really what did you guys in. How hungry are you to come back out here and do the same to them today?
Well, we're really hungry. We know what we got to do. Our backs are against the wall, and it's either we win or go home. So we know what we got to do, and we just got to be out there, perform at our best.
Yes, certainly. What's the mindset after? You've probably been part of innings like that in your college career at USC. What's the mindset of the team when you go through an inning like that? 8 runs off a handful of hits. How much do you really have to get back over that hurdle? What's the mindset, especially yesterday in that dugout after that big inning?
Hey, it's real tough. I'm putting up 8 runs in one inning. It's hard to bounce back, but you got to take one inning at a time, and cut a little here and there, and once you're already back in the you got to get back in the game. So you can't get down. You just got to keep fighting, and what happens.
Yeah, game 2 between the Firebirds and Red Sox coming up. First pitch at 7 p.m. And, well, obviously it was a 10-3 loss yesterday. Seemingly during this playoff run, especially towards that latter half of the season, this team needs somebody to get hot, someone to really catch fire and get going, especially during this playoff run where it's about the team that gets hottest. Can you be that guy heading forward? Can you start getting those hits during these final few games of this playoff run?
I mean, I would love to have that happen. I'm gonna try my best, but we'll see. Everybody's got to step up once at a time, or every at a time. But we'll see what we got to do.
Absolutely. You had that RBI against Harwich in game 2, and so when you look back at yesterday's game, someone like Derek Toadvine, what did you guys say to him after that ball game? He had a handful of errors in that game that kind of led to some runs. Is it let's just put it behind us and get going for today?
Oh yeah, he's just everybody has one of those games. You got to shake it off, and it's part of the game. So I mean, that's why it's the beauty of this game is bounce back another day.
And you were out in left field yesterday. We'll get to that in a second, but you didn't catch Jimmy Reed, who went in yesterday's ball game. Jimmy was flawless the entire second half of this season. For someone who's caught him before, what did you talk to him about after that ball game? Just when he gave up a handful of those runs in that one big inning.
I mean, he pitched really well yesterday. He didn't really get what he deserved, but he pitched really well, and you just got to tell him to keep his head up, and you'll get him again.
Yeah. So Jake Hernandez joining me here. First pitch between the Firebirds and Red Sox coming up soon. And Jake, talk about yourself this past season. We were talking about this playoff run, but you added a lot of power to this season. You had the 5 home runs, close to 20 RBIs this season. Not a guy who's known for the home run at USC. Bringing that element possibly back out to Pasadena this upcoming spring.
I would love to. I just gotta stick with the process of always correcting my swing and getting something better, and just seeing the ball and hitting it. That's all it is. And I see hopefully I can chance it over USC and get some home runs for them.
Yeah, certainly. And it was really just a great season for yourself. We talked about the All-Star appearance that you had earlier in this season. Let's also talk about the 10th Man of the Year award that you got from the Cape League this past season. Kind of given to the guy who shows a lot of leadership qualities and kind of surpasses expectations. What does that mean for you to get that award?
Oh, it was a big honor. I was, first of all, blessed to have that, and being with the company of the guys that have it previous was awesome. Nomar Garcia-Parra, which one of them. Just having those guys behind it, it's awesome.
Yeah, Nomar, a former Firebird. He was back here in the 90s. And so, Jake, you were out in left field these past couple games. I was talking about that before. When's the last time you played left field? We said, who's that guy out there in left?
Well, I recently played a couple games at USC, but nothing 3 games straight. But that was fun. I didn't get much balls, but I had a blast out there. It was fun.
Certainly. Well, you see him back behind the plate sometime soon in this playoff series. And so, Jake, when we finish up here, let's talk about, you're a big fan of Shark Week from what I see.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're a big fan of Shark Week, huh?
Oh yeah. I never turn off the Discovery Channel once that's started, so it keeps me occupied for the week. So no talking to me during that week.
Who would, I guess, who's the one person on this team who would do something crazy like jumping with sharks or diving with sharks or something like that? Or maybe would you do that?
Oh, I would never do that. I'm scared of spiders. I wouldn't do that. Actually, I don't know. Maybe Montville or something. I don't know. Somebody crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna see Mike sometime soon on the Discovery Channel with Shark Week. Apparently, one of these upcoming years. It's Jake Hernandez joining us pregame, man. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Firebirds pregame rolling on right after this.